Hello, welcome back to the Dwarves. We're going to continue where we left off last time, which was just after coming back out of Black Saddle, finding it empty. Now we have to check all the way up here in Greenglade. We could go back to where we came and then up, or we could go around. I think around and up. Let's try and not get distracted by stuff.
While taking a rest, you see a cart trundling along the road not far away from you. A young couple are sitting on the box seat, clearly in love and more interested in each other than the rest of the world around them. The sight reminds you of a long unanswered question.
So, I was wondering, what do female dwarves look like?
Pretty. Very pretty.
Uh-huh.
You were expecting a little more information.
Do they have beards?
No, I would say it's more like fluff. Oh, very attractive.
And what do they do? I mean, are they warriors too?
In our kingdom, most take care of domestic life. They take the animals down to the meadows in the valleys, make sure the larders are full and that there's plenty of good beer, and make our clothes. It only ever causes problems when men and women stand shoulder to shoulder in battle. Some of them are talented stonemasons and smiths, and beware of insulting their skills. They are no less proud than we are.
Okay. That way. Maybe we should try and go this way up and see if we can catch up with that merchant.
By the evening campfire, Boindale rummages around in his rucksack and pulls out a cheese wrapped in a cloth. He sticks a fist-sized piece on a spit and grills it on the fire.
There's nothing better than grilled cheese at the end of a long day.
The smell it gives off makes you hold your breath.
Oh, it smells like my socks after weeks of marching in my boots.
Oh, picky, are you? Hardly surprising, considering you were brought up by humans. It's ruined your taste.
Boindale holds the stinky cheese at the end of the stick under your nose.
Eat, and stop complaining.
You pull the warm piece of cheese from the stick. It tastes dreadful. Your fingers will smell of it for the next few days, and probably your mouth will too.
Lovely. Oh, that merchant, just always ahead of us. Do I go to Stonebrook? I've got 16 days. We've got 16 days worth of rations. Let's go. Anyway. Okay, nothing interesting. Portista?
The closer you get to Porista, the livelier the streets become. Many of the large buildings in the city are even taller than the high city wall. But one building towers above them all, the palace. Its dome gleams white in the sun. It is the seat of the Council of Magi, and its central tower, which juts high into the sky, serves as a waypoint for travellers as far as 50 miles away. You reach the Council's palace, but are stopped in front of its gates by a guard.
The Council of Magi is convened to take care of the perished land. They mustn't be disturbed.
The perished land? You mean the barrier? Is there something wrong with it?
The guard shrugs his shoulders.
Won't be anything the Council can't sort out.
Yeah, this is the quicker route a bit. And hopefully we get a chance to pick up some provisions.
The hamlet of Sungird certainly lives up to its name. You arrive as the sun sets behind the tower of a Palandial temple, lighting up its stained glass. There's a shop in the village, and through the window, as well as some everyday objects and food, you also spy a shelf full of books. A small
Yes, we
bell
need food.
rings as you enter the shop. The twins look around, but seem rather disinterested, until they discover a couple of gemstones on display.
Yeah.
On the wall to your left is the bookshelf you saw through the window. It's quite unusual for a village shop to sell books.
Let's have a look at the bookcase first.
You stroll towards the bookshelf and read some of the titles written on the spines of the books. You know many of the works from Lot Yonan's library.
Oh, by fracas, look, dear brother! The scholar really is looking at books!
It's an interesting selection, Boindle. I could make some recommendations for you.
Boindle throws his arm around your shoulder and pulls you slowly away from the bookshelf.
What if someone sees you? Here, this is more our kind of thing.
You follow him reluctantly and are shown the selection of gemstones.
Ah, brilliant, we can provision up. Yeah, I'm just going to grab it all. And grab the healing potion. And grab the healing potion as well. And let us continue. If I go there, am I going to meet this merchant as well? Or is he going to turn around? Let's try it.
Boindle is walking next to you in silence. Now and then he looks at you from the side.
And you really do like books?
Yeah, I'm curious. And you can find many answers in books.
Won't you have found all the answers at some point?
Quite the contrary. The more books you read, the more questions you ask.
Ah, I knew it. Oh, just a waste of time.
Kind of missed the point there, but oh well. And here we are, Greenglade.
You approach the village and can tell even from far off that something isn't right. The smell of burnt wood and death is in the air.
Oh dear. Oh, I forgot what these loading times are like. Oh.
By Vracus.
The piggies have really shown those pointy ears. We couldn't have done it any better.
Stay alert. I want to find out what happened to Goren.
Yeah, that's Ooh.
The elf maiden's graceful snow-white face still radiates beauty, in terrible contrast to the rest of her appearance. From the neck down, she is nothing more than a blood-red, damp and glistening skeleton. There are long nails sticking through her thin bones, and where her beautiful eyes once were, are now gaping black holes.
Lovely.
The smell of the smoke has accompanied you for a while now, but here, so close to the bodies, it is masked by the sweet smell of death. You have a bitter taste in your mouth and have to pull yourself together to avoid vomiting in disgust.
Okay, so we can check over here. Oh, I see. We have to go around.
The hand that painted this picture was that of a master. It is composed exclusively in shades of red, but every single little detail is painstakingly and precisely reflected. Trees, the remains of buildings, bodies. You hesitate.
This picture portrays the village in its state of ruin.
Examining the canvas more
Excuse me.
closely, you realize that it is actually made of skin,
Oh.
and the red paint seems more than suspicious now.
Oh. That needs to go, yeah.
This is the most disgusting thing I have ever seen.
Yeah. Oh, you terrible painting. Oh, okay.
You have read about the elves and their buildings. This here had always just been a small example of their architectural skill, which achieved perfection in Alandur. Now burning and ruined, the pavilion makes an even sadder impression.
Ooh, hoof marks.
Hoof prints burned into the ground.
Hellfire?
The fire in Boindill's eyes flares up with delight.
Huzzah! That would make a change from those stupid Peggies. Did you hear that, brother? We might get to test our blades on Tion's pointy ears.
The body of the man is riddled with arrows and is lying in a small patch of undamaged ground,
No.
while a sea of flames must have raged in a circle around him. The robes remind you of those of Lot Yonan's famuli. This, plus the fact that the man used magic, makes you quite sure that this is Goren.
Oh.
Goren had these books on him when he was attacked. Was he trying to bring them to safety?
Your eyes fall upon a sealed letter next to the books. The circumstances seem grave enough for you to break the seal.
Greetings, Toga. I am glad to hear that you finally wish to confide in Lot Yonan. I have found out something new about the demon. It's all written in these books. I think they are the key to his destruction, or I hope so, at least. Yours faithfully, Goren.
So is that?
What demon are they talking about?
You instinctively think about how the magical barrier is only a few days' march north of here, and beyond it, Varakas only knows what kind of creatures live in the Perish Land.
You destroyed my painting. Now I need fresh blood to paint a new one.
Oh dear.
Huzzah! This will be fun. We finally get to fight.
I hope your blood doesn't clot too much. It has to be nice and fluid for my fine brushstrokes.
Ha! How do you plan to defeat us, pointy ears? There are 3 of us.
Oh, only 3. That makes it easier.
She looks over the corpses.
Oh, Tharin Lueth Buanre!
What's happening? That's the perished land.
Impossible. Greenglade is south of the barrier.
I know of nothing else that can resurrect the dead. Knock their heads off or they'll keep coming back.
To battle.
Yeah!
I've forgotten how to do this now.
Huh? Bites the dust. Gary hard. Yes? actually put up. I didn't hit you very hard. What is it? Ow! Another one bites the dust. What is it? Who's next?
Yes? I can't do that yet.
Ha ha! Yeah! And what now? He actually put up a fight. I didn't hit you very hard.
Huh?
Ha ha! Yeah! Too easy. What is it? Ow! Another one bites the dust. And again.
Wrong one.
Huh?
Yeah.
Yeah! Huh? What is it? Ow! Hey!
Yes?
What is it? I didn't hit you very hard.
It's pretty close.
Vile
Huh?
creature! I need help over here! Quickly! Huh?
Ow!
Please wait
Another
a
one
moment.
bites the dust. Too easy. And what now?
Where's the? Oh, we just got to finish off the. Under.
What is it?
And again! Huh?
I didn't hit you very hard. Who's next? Yeah. Too easy.
Is that everyone? Wait, oh no, there's one left somewhere. Phew. At least our health's restored now. Oh, that was a bit intense. Where's the last one though? Is it the mage in the building? Or is the game having a moment? Yeah.
What is it?
Uh-huh. I don't get why.
All right.
Why are we progressing?
I didn't hit you very hard.
Oh, okay.
Dwarves, you protected the glade.
What?
The perished land. The barrier has fallen.
You can feel your stomach cramping. Unlike Boindale, you can't say a word.
The damn Magi only had one job!
So this is what it is like to rise from the dead. I feel nothing. I am left with nothing. My love, my beauty, my home, and my forest. Everything has been taken from me. I beg you, have mercy and put an end to my suffering.
Without even being able to look into her eyes, you recognize the sadness in the elf maiden's expression. The dignity that she must once have radiated can only be imagined in her current state.
Let's ask her a question before we do what needs
Goren
to be
was
done.
here, and I've heard that you elves have special abilities in battle. Did the Alfar take you by surprise in your sleep?
I felt her presence, but when I confronted the elf, she had already killed the first of us and resurrected the perished land. It fills humans and dwarves with a hatred for life. It turns you into beasts. They charge through the village like a fury, and everyone that they killed became one of theirs.
If the perished land spreads further south, then Nodon won't need any orcs, ogres, or Alfar. One human losing their life in the perished land would be enough for the madness to sweep through the land like the plague.
Your stomach turns, but you know that it's right.
Yeah.
You've never
Cleanly
seen the
done.
twins looking so serious. They would pit themselves against any army of orcs, but this is something beyond their power, and yours.
We need the Magi. They must rebuild the barrier.
We must let
We must go to Lot Yonan before the perished land spreads further. He will know what is to be done.
Neither of your companions objects.
I can't believe it. The barrier has fallen. How could that happen?
Who could tell? Anything could go wrong with all that hocus pocus.
It held back the perished land since the
Oh,
fall of the
dear.
Fifthlings. Reinforcing the barrier whenever it loses power is the primary duty of the great Magi. I can't imagine how Nodon or anyone else could have broken through it.
You think of the demons mentioned in Goren's letter. You wonder whether it could be possible that a demon from the outer lands might possess powers so great that even the 6 Magi weren't ready for it.
Oh. Got some levels. Got a golden ring. Gold and provisions. It's a good day. But I'm gonna end this episode here. It's been eventful. Things have definitely taken a turn for the weirder. And yeah, so we're getting exciting. So thanks for watching, and I'll see you next time.